This is a tutorial for Kid Niki 3. So the basic controls, you can fire your bow, you can fire your staff, which shoots a projectile. The projectile does go full screen. Your left and right movement, just like in the old games. If you press down and B, he'll do a pogo like Scrooge McDuck. But you have to hold B to continue pogoing like this, which is useful against your smaller generic enemies, but not useful at all against bosses. That invincibility that I just grabbed, I'm still not certain exactly how you obtain it, since the invincibility, since it lasts maybe about 5 to 7 seconds, will only be of usage. Well, actually, it won't be of usage during the run period. If you do somehow manage to get one, then that's okay. Depending on, and it will barely be useful. Next, you have pressing down A will give you the slide. Think Mega Man 6 slide. You cannot slide cancel and jump out. You cannot jump out of your slide at all. And once you take a hit from an enemy, even if you're in the air when you take a hit from the enemy, you don't lose momentum. But you will be momentarily stunned. Now, with your staff in this game, you can, if you go toward a platform in the air and hold B, you'll stay on the wall or the edge of a platform, ready to backflip in the other direction. Now, it's worth noting that this technique only works for you to stay right on the very edge of a platform. But if you were to do that against a wall, let's find a taller wall. If you do it against a wall like that, you will find yourself scaling down the wall until you reach the ground. So being able to do that, being able to hang from a platform, only works if you're on the very edge of it. And you'll recoil off of a wall. You'll recoil bounce off of a platform. Now these keys that's highlighted here, you'll see various keys which are used to unlock doors in the level. They could be doors that lead to a heart, like the one that I just picked up. Or they can be doors that lead to other sections of the stage, or the boss themselves. And you always need a key. You'll always need a key to get inside the boss door. And you don't have to worry. There's enough keys in the level, so you don't have to worry about running out of keys. So just like most first levels of games, you can practice everything in this level and beyond. As you've also have noticed during this explanation so far, enemies just keep coming, so you'll never really be left alone. See, now we have another key, which was needed to get inside this door. As far as I know, there's no way of bypassing the locks. At least nothing has been found yet. Oh, and you can also press up, and for jumping enemies, you can press up and B for your for this attack. And then of course you can jump and fire your weapon as well. So as you continue this level, you can either utilize, to get to the higher platforms, you can either utilize these blocks once you get rid of the enemies to get up here, or you have to have really good timing, and you can just press B when you're at the very edge of a platform. And if you practice enough, you can recoil yourself to the very top without... You can recoil yourself to the next platform without bouncing all the way back like I just did. But it'll take a small bit of practice to get used to the recoil bounces. See, you also can actually utilize being able to jump very high in this game. So we need a key for the next door in the level. Now these switches are used if you press B and hold it on the switch. You'll see levers like that move up, down, left or right, depending on which way they're gonna go. Oh, and your final attack that you have is you press and hold B, you let go, and you get this spinning attack, which is very useful for doing damage to bosses, which you'll see very shortly. For these gray-like switches you'll see in levels, you can either press it slowly, or you can press and hold. Now there's a lock down there. If you got here and you used up all your keys, there is one more key right here. And there's also some extra help if you need it. Now for these levers here, you can either press and hold until the levers are in a position where you can utilize and just jump, or you can recoil yourself off of the left wall and bounce, and your recoil bounce right to the upward platform. So this is the boss door, and we need a key to get inside. Now this first boss bounces around twice, to the left and to the right, before he fires off his shield. Now, the only way you can attack this boss is when he actually uses his fireballs to where he's not using the shield anymore. So your far range attack with the projectile bow doesn't work. You also can do more damage if you hit an enemy with the bow itself, but it doesn't do nearly as much damage as if you were doing the invincibility spin, like so. Well, that was a bad position to be in, so the boss lands right on me. See, that's the kind of damage you want to do to the bosses if you can. So the spot that you just saw me standing is pretty much where you want to be standing. You can be to the far left or to the right, but you have to hit that boss close.